one. And we are live with the Wild West Crypto Show, broadcasting live from Frankfurt at the World Blockchain Summit at the Marriott Hotel. I have a very special guest, and maybe my last interview for the weekend. I saved the best for last. It's Nick Ayton. And, thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
I mean, this
stuff.
guy, I'll tell you what, he's a big man in the space. He's making a lot of stuff happen. I don't even know if the whole event would have happened without you and, all this other stuff. So tell me a little bit about your involvement in the event and how it all came together.
Well, for my sins, I end up chairing some of the world's biggest events, okay? And I work with a lot of organizations, but not only blockchain events, but I also chair some of the big investment events, so the big ones in Dubai. So I met the guys at Trescom. They're nice guys. They're trying to do the right thing. They're trying to build community. And they invited me along and said, Nick, would you have a look at coming to join us in Frankfurt? So here I am. It's been a good event, been a good show.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah, no, it has been a great show. We've had some great talent here. I think some of the ICOs were very promising. Some of the investors were great. And I always feel like when I come away from these things that maybe I was kind of one of the bigger winners because I really get to meet guys like you and get to know you firsthand. So we were actually just talking off stage. His last interview was with CNBC with my friend John Nazarin, and he's absolutely great in the space. He's a big name. And,
John. He's he and I have the same love of man jewelry. You see, so
right.
Exactly. He likes his skulls. I like my bangles. So there you go.
I actually picked up a lot from him. You could let him know if you see him. Just the way he was pitching or talking to the camera, keeping things nice and short and precise. And I picked up a lot, and he was very nice.
Yeah. I mean, John's good, and I work with his organization as well, with Andrea and stuff. So
Andrea's great.
We spend most of our time now because the blockchain world has changed. It's harder to get a public sale away. The crypto markets move sideways. And there's less profit out there. So you have to go to the family offices. You have to go to the institutional investors. And that takes a lot of effort, as you know. You've got to educate them, you've got to bring them into the tent slowly, and you've got to package our world up so they recognize it to make it look more conventional.
Yeah, it's really true, and John and Andrea are doing a great job of that.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. So what is next for you? Where are you going? Where in the world is Nick going next?
Well, tomorrow I'm flying to Monaco because I'm sponsoring a family office event in Monaco, where there'll be a very large presence of US and European and Middle Eastern family offices. But for me, I'm a bit like yourself. I've got a lot of businesses and a lot of things going, so I'm making a TV miniseries about the Bitcoin revolution, which is a drama. So I've just written the screenplay and the script for that.
Wow.
We're shooting the teaser. Which will come out imminently. So we're going to play out all the conspiracy theories about who's really behind Bitcoin.
Oh, wow.
So the way I describe it, it's like Breaking Bad meets Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels meets House of Cards.
Yeah.
So there's a lot in there, it's just sort of stuff. We also, a bit like yourself, really, we've just shot the first pilot episode of a crypto pitch show.
Okay.
So in the UK, it's called Dragon's Den, so we call it ICO Asylum. So it's a crazy world that you live in, I also live in. So and we're going to shoot that in New York as well.
Oh, wow.
And of course, I've got all my other businesses, which is, I do ICO stuff. We're matching capital, but the big push for me is my crypto exchange, where we're going to put that in Malta.
Yeah, this is
so huge. It's happening, and we're building out infrastructure. We're building blockchain infrastructure as a new crypto capital market, and we have to create it because it doesn't exist. And
it really is just the beginning of everything. So tell me a little bit about why you decided on incorporating Malta for the exchange and when that is going to be live.
Well, it's a good question. Jurisdiction is one of those things. A month in crypto is a long time, right? So. And the regulators are starting to get their act together. They're starting to reveal their positions. So the SEC, of course, Switzerland has put out some guidelines, Gibraltar and what have you. So we looked at most jurisdictions, and the thing I like about Malta in particular is that you can get access to the central bank, you can get access to government, and you can have a direct conversation with the people that matter.
Oh, wow.
The tax is very attractive there. It's a 5% tax rate, or net tax rate, net adjusted tax rate. And they make it very easy. But of course, in every jurisdiction, the big challenge is banking.
Yeah.
Banking facilities remains an issue. The big banks are nervous of crypto, and pressure is being applied behind closed doors, I think.
Probably. Oh, yeah. There's no doubt about it. And pardon me, one kind of tip that I got recently was the Bahamas. The Bahamas is trying to become the banking haven for crypto.
Yeah.
Grand Bahama and these guys, they're trying to regulate and be the banking center. It will all see if they're able to pull it off. I kind of think that they will be. It sure would be nice.
It's a tricky one. They're all trying it. Bahamas, Costa Rica, Cayman Islands, they're all doing it. But this is this thing called correspondent banking. So to be able to provide a decent access to fiat currencies and move money around, correspondent banking is where they get squeezed.
Right.
You can get a bank account, but if the bank you choose can't do business with a European bank, you can't.
It's hardly a bank.
We all raise crypto, don't we? But we still need to pay our staff and pay our rent in dollars or sterling or what have you. So, it's a real challenge for the industry, and the banks are doing it on purpose. They're making it hard for us.
Oh, yeah, no, there's no doubt. And it's one of the reasons why Bitcoin always goes down around American tax day, because everybody, everybody, including myself, we have to sell off our and pay our taxes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
So always in the 30 days, 15 days leading up to April 15th, you're almost always going to get this, and it's gonna rise. So if I just, hey man, I just taught the big guy something.
Well, I thought it was moving sideways because all the volume's going through OTC.
Well, this too. I think the recent drop was, again, because of this heist. They had another $30 million heist. Every time that happens, even with the Bitcoins, even if they're not hitting the market, as soon as people think they're hitting the market.
Well, I get it. I mean, sentiment, you're right. But I think, if you look at the depth of the sell and buy orders, the amount of activity on Bitcoin, it's in good shape.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not going to go away.
No way.
The haters will always be haters.
Oh, yeah.
Including the Wolf of Wall Street who came out today and said, Bitcoin's finished. Well,
At $6,000.
Yeah, exactly. It's finished. Of course it is, But, it's people are buying. It's a big buy out there. And we deal direct with a lot of the mining organizations. So we do a bit of OTC trading on clean Bitcoin, which everyone wants, and people are still paying a premium for it.
I'll tell you what, everyone wants it, and the big buys they still want the big buys, and there's not many sellers. It's really hard, and so when you look at that, you got to think, okay, the market is going to shoot up, which I think after July, we'll have our shoot up, but I think with July we may still get some.
I'm with you. I mean, I still predict exit at similar levels to January, so I still think we're going to be looking at $18,000 to $20,000 exit for this year.
Oh yeah, well there you go. Well, you heard it here, folks, right on the Wild West Crypto Show from Frankfurt at the World Blockchain Summit. So Nick, how do they get a hold of you? Tell everybody just maybe.
Well, I'm very prominent on social media, so you can find me on all the channels, Twitter and LinkedIn. Obviously, my Chainstarter businesses, they're all called Chainstarter.
Okay.
Whether it's
Chainstarter.
Chainstarter.com. Chainstarter.org.
Okay.
We've got Chainstarter Ventures. The name of our crypto exchange is called Crix, CRIX.io. And you asked me the question earlier. We're hoping to go live with that in August.
In August. All right. Well, that's really exciting, Nick. Hey, I really appreciate you sitting down with me. It's a real honor. Thanks so much.
Good stuff. Thank you very much. Yeah.
All right. We'll see you soon. Hopefully, I see you in Singapore, and if not,
I mean, these boys. Hopefully, they'll invite me back to do some more stuff for them. So we'll see you soon.
All right.
Good stuff.
Hey, man, that was
awesome.
awesome.
Well done. Yeah, well done. Yeah. Enjoyed it.